Hey.
Good to be here.
Roger, I'll start with you because there has been positive reaction. A lot of people say there are a lot of great things in here, but their concern is that maybe Mr. Trump doesn't stick to this plan. Maybe he vacillates. Maybe he changes position should he become president. What say you?
No, I don't think so. First of all, it's a very dynamic plan. It's a very pro-growth plan. It's a very pro-entrepreneurial plan. The most important part of this plan is our current corporate tax rate is 35. China is 25. Under a President Trump, it would be 15. You want to bring jobs back from China? That's the single best way to do it. It's the most dynamic and important part of the plan, and I think it fulfills his commitment in terms of China. The other thing I like about it, of course, is that it does go after those on welfare, on Wall Street, who are not paying their fair share. No one can say that this is pro-Wall Street. It's pro-Main Street. I really am glad to see Trump roll this out, and I think this is the issue that he will use to drive to the nomination.
All right, and here's what he talked about a little bit earlier, because there have been questions about whether the wealthiest would get a break, whether they would be paying higher taxes. Here is what he said about how it would affect him just a little while ago.
Will you pay more money? Will it be millions and millions, hundreds of millions? How much more will you pay?
I will probably end up paying more money. But at the same time, I think the economy will do better, so I'll make it up that way. But I will probably end up paying more money. I believe in the end I might do better because I really believe the economy is going to go more beautiful.
All right, Guy, what do you make of that? Because you're staking a lot of the success of this plan on the fact that you believe the economy is going to grow.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the demagoguing of the rich that he is still doing, because that's the type of rhetoric we've grown accustomed to from President Obama and Elizabeth Warren and Paul Krugman and others. But I've been a pretty unremitting critic of Donald Trump for a while now, and I think often he deserves those criticisms. But look, I also call him the way I see him, and there is a lot to like in this plan from Donald Trump and his tax plan. I think it will inspire economic growth. And so the question is he a trustworthy and credible conservative partner when it comes to a conservative governing project moving forward? That's the sale that he has yet to make with a lot of people on the right.
Roger, he has said as part of his plan that it does not add to our debt and deficit, which are already too large. I think everybody can agree on the latter half of that statement. But the New York Times, looking at it, says actually, in their estimation, it would grow budget deficits by trillions over a decade.
Yeah, they're wrong. First of all, Trump doesn't put all of his eggs in the tax reduction basket. It's very pro-growth, but Trump is the only one who would have the freedom from special interests to really cut spending. No career politician will ever really cut spending. Having worked with Trump for 36 years, I can tell you he is very cost conscious. There's fat in the federal government. There's fat in our federal budget. So Trump would not only reduce spending, but he would also have a pro-growth, pro-job creation tax program. This is his strength. He's a businessman. He's a job creator. He's paid more taxes than all these other presidential candidates combined. I really think this is the spark that his campaign needs now to go forward. Just as he laid out a path on immigration, he's now laying out a path for economic growth and job creation.
All right, guys, super quick. He says some folks are going to lose deductions and loopholes. When you tell them which ones it's going to be and it's theirs, that doesn't always sit well.
Well, look, he's a bit of a Donny-come-lately to fiscal conservatism. So I think we have to wait and see how he would pay for some of these things. And when we talk about balancing budgets, I'm not sure how we accomplish that with his tax plan. And then what we heard from Carl earlier, that health care plan, which is Obamacare on steroids, a bigger, more expensive universal plan paid for by the government, he said on 60 Minutes last night. I don't know how you reconcile these two initiatives that he's rolled out in the last 24 hours.
All right. A lot of love on the right.
The answer is really simple. Growth.
We got to leave it there. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but a lot of love on the right for this tax plan, and we'll keep digging into it. Roger and Guy, great to see you both.